many 100,000 plus tons of concrete materials were poured underneath the ground so that this building could then be built above the ground, right? Another really great example of that is nature. You see a tree. When you see a giant tree that has grown, underneath that tree, there are deep roots that had to grow and develop so that the tree could become this really beautiful tree. And I know the Daisy journey is exactly the same, that we have gone through some challenges together, but it's been our roots team, right? The roots of the community, the roots of leadership, the roots of the vision and the commitment. We've established some very deep roots in Daisy along the way. And we just want to start the call today by really just saying very boldly, we really are just getting started. And the best is yet to come. And everything we've been through with challenges, and thank you to every one of you who've been a part of this movement from day one or along the way, we will never stop until we complete the goal, until we complete the mission. And we've got a huge future ahead of us here at Daisy. Things are really happening right now that are exciting. We're getting ready to really see a turnaround in the crypto AI performance. The Forex is just on fire right now. But the reality is we're building something that has never been built before. We're doing something that has never been done before. Sometimes when you take on those types of journeys, you have to also go through challenges that you've never gone through before. So I know that, in our private conversations, the three of us, there's nothing more important, more valuable to us than you, the community. We realize that we are in this together. We realize that in Daisy, it's a no casualty environment where everybody wins. And that's the mission. And it will continue to go forward. And we got some great news. So just thank you, everyone, for believing and standing with us. And we're just excited to share some really powerful information with you guys here today. Anything?
So Jeremy, yes, what you just shared, basically, you've been sharing like the same pitch, the same content in all these countries. And we also did some private Zoom calls on multiple markets, right, with leaders. And I think people understand it. This is what I felt while we were traveling in Europe, right? So I feel very positive feedback from people.
Yes.
I feel that people really appreciate the honesty and transparency behind the project. Yes. And this is what maybe separates people like into two parts, right? Because some people, they don't appreciate this. Whenever you speak honestly with them, whenever you speak transparently, they just don't get it because they want to cash. They want to make some fast profits, and that's all they want, right? So Daisy is completely different story. In Daisy, we keep saying that we are focusing on long term. We have long term vision. We are just getting started, just like Jeremy said, because now it's still, like I would say, probably last stage of laying the foundation of the project, right? And the real project, is just gonna start maybe next year. So we have so many things ahead of us. And I feel absolutely honored and blessed to be part of this movement. And we have so many exciting updates and things to share with you guys today and on the next call. So looking forward to it.
No, it's so true what you're saying. It's I think one of the things that makes Daisy different is that we don't build on hype. We don't build on hype. We don't approach anything from the idea of, okay, can we market this? We approach it from one foundation, and is it real, right? Is it real? And then once it's real, then we can build, then we can go. And what's been really good about the journey is we've really, people that build from hype, they build with exaggeration, or they build by creating a picture of one thing that may be different from the reality. Those type of marketers don't fit in Daisy. They don't do well in Daisy because Daisy's so real and honest and raw that if you're trying to market with hype, you got to kind of keep your people away from the Daisy message, because we're very honest and transparent, right, in everything that we do. And I think that's a good thing because we've laid this foundation with leaders that really want to be a part of something real. They're not looking for something that's short and move on to the next, move on to the next. We're going to build our roots deep, and we're going to see this project go all the way to the end. Of course, guys, today we're going to talk about what's happening right now in the Forex AI. It's mind-blowing. It's explosive. We have one of the most powerful stories in the industry right now in our hands. But before we do that, it's really important that we say publicly that there's nothing more important right now in the Daisy journey than the crypto AI. The last thing that we ever want to do is leave an unresolved performance to go into something else, right? Forex is not leaving cryptocurrency to go into Forex. There is nothing more important to you. If you're an original member of Daisy, there's nothing more important to us as founders. There's nothing more important to Dr. Anna and Endotech than seeing the crypto AI turn around in its performance and really achieve what no other trading platform or technology has ever achieved before. And finishing this goal is the top priority that we have in Endotech. And sure, it's exciting. It's exciting that Forex is rocking. I mean, we'll show you the numbers today, over 100% returns already in just 3 months or so. It's exciting. But we also recognize that many of you participated in the crypto AI. And the big question that everybody has is, when can we expect this turnaround? What's happening in the crypto AI? And so the crypto AI is the foundation of Daisy. It's where we began. We're going to reach that 500 million in the testing and development fund. We're going to achieve all of the goals that we set out to achieve together. And I know everything inside of it, that we're going to see powerful performance that the industry has ever seen. And everything we've been through, the ups and the downs to get to this moment, will be 100% worth it. And so before we dive in and talk about what's happening with the Forex AI today, because it's hot and it's on fire, and I hope everyone is taking advantage of what's happening in the Forex side, we want to invite Dr. Anna to join us and talk to you a little bit, give you some important updates about what is happening on the crypto AI side. And so why don't we have Dr. Anna come in and we can...
Actually, before she comes in, maybe you can kind of tell her. Before she comes in, the first part of the day, it's 4:00 here right now. But the first part of the day we spent together with her.
Yeah.
This is we're actually in her office right now. This is her office. Her desk is over there, and we spent about over an hour just going off what she developed so far with the team. And some of the things, it's really interesting. I want to compare. She's here. I'm going to let her sit, and then I want to continue talking about her. So the first part we spent talking with you, I want to compare to something I was just thinking while you were speaking. It's very interesting. You know, all of us, including a team of the traders, your traders, and you, we saw multiple times when it's good time to exit, and we could go in and manually exit, and we were thinking like, come on, exit. But I felt like, why is Anna so stubborn in a good way, right? It's good, but it's not stubborn. It's actually focused and believe in her technology, in her AI, in her development. That's what it is, and that actually made me even more comfortable to see this, because, you know, like, I'm a father, I have kids, and sometimes you let your kids to make a mistake to learn from mistake, and this is what she does to AI. She sees it, because if she's going to interfere, she could easily interfere and try to exit, to make profits, to give us the profits, but in the future we're not going to have that same results of the AI if she's going to interfere. So maybe that's why, that's why we call this crowdfunding funds testing and experimental development part. So sometimes it's hard. Maybe we're gonna lose this $1 million here in this trade. We could make profit. We could like this profits, and we don't. And we all go like, why didn't we do it? Well, we're in a testing development, and we're pretty soon gonna be
seeing again results.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have to also put it in perspective too, because listen, the results haven't been all bad. Like sometimes we get caught up in the trade it's down, but 34 million in rewards.
Yeah.
In crypto AI trading rewards, 34 million has been paid out to the community. That's powerful. That's powerful. In the rewards plan, over 100 million USDT has been paid out. And while right now the account balance is below the initial capital, there are funds out there around the world that literally have filed bankruptcy, that literally went to zero. They literally lost and liquidated everything during this season of crypto. And that's not our story. We're in a very strong, safe position, and we're really ready to make some exciting moves as the market gives us its next opportunities. So I want to put that in perspective for everybody too, that while say, oh man, I wish I was up 100%, whatever. Well, you will be. The time will come where those can be monthly results with crypto AI. But the reality is we're in a very solid position. This is a long-term project. And ultimately, in the end, we're going to see those just amazing results that we are crowdfunding to see, the development to see. So, Dr. Anna, we appreciate you. Thank you for being with us today. And I guess, give us your perspective. I guess we can start there. What's your perspective on where we are today with the DAISY, with the crypto AI?
Yeah, it's hard to say that we're proud, but we are proud because our main perspective is to keep this fund safe. We are high risk trading. We're high risk investment. And if we will not be focused on our main goal of creating the system that provides that 400% that we promised at the beginning of the development, this is our goal, to reach this 400% annually. And we would not be here because we could lose all of our funds much before if it would be reckless. So from my point of view, yes, we could be much better. We could do different things that would not be considered as the road to improve algorithmic trading. As Edward said very much correctly, that I always oppose to manual interventions. And the reason is I prefer to suffer from every wrong entry, but to teach the system to act correctly. And this teaching is a heavy process. Like kid is not learned from mistake just because we observe it. We have the very, let's say before it was very lengthy process when we should investigate what was the issue, how we can incorporate our personal thinking into the algorithm and quantify it and then backtest it and then optimize it and so on. And usually it would take several months. Right now, I showed the guys that we are moved to 5 different elements that we're fixing during the week. So every time we miss something, we have a process that next week it's already fixed, and now it can take similar actions. So again, I'm proud because we achieved our goal. We were not reckless. We kept our fund. Many companies lost their fund. They went bankruptcy, not us. And slowly moving to now, it's not so slow anymore because we moved to the 2.0, and now we're integrating. Now we are adapting our technology to the new infrastructure that we built, and we're seeing improvements. Again, I showed the team that we went from accuracy rate of 16 to accuracy rate of 23, and now we're 25, and we are moving every week to the new accuracy rate in our grabbing of the opportunity that markets provide us. We have about 2,000% in market opportunities annually. So every percent that we get additional one gives us a lot for the annual returns. So again, it's already new generation of technology, new generation of algos, and it's lots of new things to come during this month, and we will be waiting for this, combination of the opportunities that market provides to us and the current state of the algos, and hopefully we will see more than we saw last year during the bullish period. We will see it in a market condition. So again, we are very optimistic. We're very optimistic because we're seeing the results.
Awesome. Maybe tell the community a little bit about just some of the breakthroughs you've had in the development process with the new algos. Some of the back testing results, some of the what we can expect in the future if those results continue to play out. I think that'd be great for them to hear, because you showed us some this morning. We were like, wow, this is incredible.
It's kind of, if you're looking back at the market, and even sometimes when you're looking during the market stays, you know what to do. You feel what you can do. Especially if you're looking backwards, you know always what you can do. So when you see the system that identifies these points, and for example, I showed one of the systems in Ethereum that very carefully took every wave on tops and downs of the waves with long and short signals, and then it took it felt the trend, saw that the trend is in, and then it continued to ride the trend, and when it was the reversal point, it saw the reversal point. Even that it sounds easy, it's very complicated when it comes with all the noises in the market, and are the elements that's happening. So you never know whether you're at 50% of the situation or you're much further. So the last system, as you saw, it made after during last 20 trades just one not ideal trade. The rest of the trades were fairly ideal, and the system is already implemented in Daisy, and we're waiting for the next signals. Even this signal, several signals were already in, and that's what the results that you're seeing, the improvement of the bottom line that we're seeing right now. So again, we're just waiting right now to see the combination of the opportunities and the new system that's working for us to show us results. And we have lots of new things that we're implementing right now, additional to funds of shorter time frames, to see how we can use leverage more. Again, leverage is our next thing, because before we didn't want to be reckless and we didn't want to add risk to the system. Now we can be much more aggressive, and that's what we will do over the next time, over the next periods. Again, not today, but in short weeks.
Well, so I guess the real message to the community is just be patient, right? When it comes to the crypto AI, be patient. We got involved with this project knowing that it was long-term, knowing that we were crowdfunding the testing and development of something that's never done before. We certainly, all of us, trust me when I say this, there's no one that deals with a higher level of frustration when things aren't going right than Dr. Anna. And second to that would be the three of us. Certainly a lot of emotions connected to that performance. So whatever, the community may be feeling at times of frustration or, oh, what's happening, whatever, trust us when we say you can, 100 times that when it comes to the weight that we carry on our shoulders. But the reality is we know where we're going, very confident in the end result of where we're going. And if the journey requires these challenges and these learning experiences and this development process, then so be it. What really should matter to all of us is, in the end, is it going to be right? When we achieve the goal that Dr. Anna has in this development and we reach that achievement, will it be worth it? Will we look back and say, hey, I would go through all of the challenges again. I would go through the losses, I would go through the ups, I would go through the downs, because the ultimate outcome in the end is so big that it's absolutely worth it. So for those of you who are involved in the crypto AI crowdfunding and you want to know, hey, what's happening there? The answer is big things are happening. Be patient. Some very exciting things are going to unfold as time goes on. So I guess with that being said, Dr. Anna, maybe a closing thought would be, tell us about that end goal. What does that end goal look like? And is that end goal going to be worth it, worth the journey that we're all taking?
Yeah, listen, we are not changing the goal. I think what's changing is our understanding how long it will take, what's involved, because we are also surprised by what technology provided to us. I mean, when you dream about something, you have a plan, you have understanding where you want to get, but it's still, they have lots of unknowns. Right now, the unknowns get practically to zero. So it's more about just going to the road and finalizing it. So from my point of view, it's like what you're saying is, what is the exciting part? I think the exciting part that our dream becomes a reality.
Yes.
It's not about our dream keeps staying the dream. And believe me, it's for me personally, many things are staying the dream for many years because it takes so long to make it happen. In this, during just, I can say it's short year and a half, we achieved the ideas and confirmed them to the system that works. So now we just, walking the final miles to finalize it and to have it done. So it's the same dream to have our hundreds of % per year for the clients, to have it in any market conditions. Again, we're working towards this goal. We're seeing it happening. We're seeing our algos performing. I'm not guaranteeing it. It's like you never can guarantee because the inherent risks in the market are so big that you never know what will happen next. Like their market risk, their exchanges risk, there's so many risks, so you never can cover it. But the probability of this to happen in any year with these algos has to be very high. And this is our goal, to have the system that has high probability for the systems to work this way. So again, without guarantees, but it's very high probability.
Absolutely. And it's we've seen it before, historically, even with Endotech. Edward, you've really seen it as listen, one good month, right, can wipe away all of the
frustration,
right? Like we've seen, I remember, actually we've seen like and I think that's also the difference between the crypto market and the Forex market, for example. The Forex market is very good at small, stable, right? Daily profits, weekly profits. It's a stable market with not too much extreme volatility, whole different approach to the market. In crypto, you have a whole different opportunity, right? Yes. Because when the market does break out or when the market does have big losses, you can grab, we've seen 100, 200% months in returns when it's on fire, right? And so, just be patient. I think that's the message. Just be patient. The goal hasn't changed, and we're gonna end up where we said we're gonna end up. We're gonna reach the goal.
Yeah, we're not going to stop.
Yes.
Let's say it this way. Endotech is not going to stop. Our team really grew this year, and this is one of the things that I'm surprised because I was working for 20 years with different teams and trying to find my personal ultimate team to work on algos. And right now, I'm proud to have that. We do have this team that now I'm not the main role. I'm not the only person that driving the algos, that driving the ideas and innovation. We have a fully functioning team that day in and day out, and I can say the hour in, hour out, brings the ideas. Even junior members of the team are very surprisingly bringing the ideas and high quality ideas, and also the development team that simply develops for us the algos and helps us to integrate it into AI. It's something that's happened to us that surprised me.
And one more thing, we talked about the development part. You already developed, a lot of stuff has been developed but not implemented, and maybe you can talk briefly about percentage of how much has been developed that is not implemented yet, like something, for example, the supports and resistance that I talked to a lot of different traders and developers, and the issue they have to develop that specifically supports and resistance lines. And we already done this, we already have it, it's just implementing.
So let me explain. Yeah, this is a good example of what we have and where we want to be. So for example, we already have resistance support lines that we're using in our algos. The question is how we use it. Okay, so for example, we use it very intensively for the entries. We are still working on how to improve our exits based on the resistance support lines. And two short examples that we are now introducing the new resistance line into our system. For example, the new recent support line of 560 to 1600%, 1600 that happened in Ethereum. We are deciding on what is the right point for the new resistance support lines to be introduced into the system. Some modifications, when they need to be done. So again, the basis is there. So if we're talking about how much percentage we done out of what we want to do. So let's say the heavy 80% is done. The heaviest part of to make system, now it's just adaptations, it's just the improvements. I think the main jump that we had was to jump from 16% of accuracy rate to 25, because it's a jump of almost twice, let's say 1.5. Now we are looking at a small incremental step every week, 1%, 2%, 3%, till we'll get to 40, 50% of the accuracy rate, meaning that out of each opportunity, at least half of them will be in our pocket. And this will be huge. So from my point of view, it's the heavy part, which was the most hard emotional, and sometimes maybe you saw that our team was very kind of deep in our processes and was not very excited about the results, is when we were going through the heaviest part of building the system. Now when we see results, when we see the improvements, when we see how we can grab each opportunity, how we can incorporate new things, it's much lighter on us, because it's just, the winning road. For us, it's like now it's just straight on. Yeah. Much easier.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, let's transition. I think it'd be a good time to invite Roy to come in and talk. Dr. Anna, thank you, by the way, for being with us today. And
let's continue. Yes, hopefully very shortly our straight road will become the final gate of the end of the project, and we will all see the numbers that we're looking for.
Well, we're with you all the way. We don't quit either. So thank you. And it's funny, Edward, because we've had many people in the community come and say, can we take the crypto crowdfunding and move it into Forex? And
can you imagine? She just said 80% of heavy lifting is done.
Yeah,
80%. What, like
the worst time? Must be the worst moment to.
Millions of experimental money was in.
Yeah.
Like literally experiment. We could make profits with it, but we didn't, because we had to experiment.
Absolutely.
Put it away. Anyway, Roy's here.
Roy's with us. Yes. The CFO of Endotech, and I think it's transitioning into this. Number one of the reasons that we won't move crypto crowdfunding to the Forex crowdfunding is legally we can't do that, right? Number one. One of the things that has come up, and I think this next portion of the call today is going to be very important. People have actually said, and it's funny because we're so transparent, but people have actually said, "Is the crypto money really there? Is the money really still in the Binance? Did Endotech lose everything and they're not telling us?" Right? We've heard some really funny stuff.
I had a couple of things. I had people asking. We just made some profit in Forex, but we lost some in crypto. Is it possible they moved it? And I was thinking, what? How? Yeah. How do you even think of this?
Yeah.
This morning at 5 a.m, when I wake up, I took my phone and I see a text message from a great leader is actually asking me about Ernst & Young. I said, today on a global call, we'll have it. And we have it, Roy. We wanted to hear it from him. We got some exciting news.
Yeah, absolutely. So Roy is the CFO of Endotech. We really enjoyed building friendship and partnership with Roy, and I really have enjoyed that. Our time with you. He comes from an incredible background of working with Ernst & Young. In fact, I think you said today that you even did your internship with Ernst & Young early in your financial career, and then you worked with them for many years. And so let's throw it to Roy. Give us an update. We just had an audit back from Ernst & Young, and you can fill us in on all of that good information.
Sure. So actually, yes, last night we received the AUP report from Ernst & Young, and I'm really happy to share this news with you. So EY completed the first half of 22 report. What they did here is, first of all, they based on the AICPA standards, the American Institute Certified Public Accountant Standards, which is the highest one we have in the industry.
Wow.
What they did here is they examined our bookkeeping records compared to the wallet at Binance we have. And what we did Zoom meetings with them. We entered into the wallets itself, and we compared it, the trading circuits and the balances compared to our records, and no discrepancies were found at all.
Zero discrepancy.
Zero discrepancy. So this is a very strong evidence that we are managing our books in a proper way, in a high standard.
Incredible.
And we are aiming to do that for the second half of 2022 as well. I can assure you that we are doing everything that we can, and we will continue doing that in order to make sure that all the numbers will be accurate and according to the highest standards of this industry.
Yeah, that's amazing. I mean, hopefully that gives everyone a lot of confidence.
So as the plan going to go IPO in the future, you have to really keep your books like really clean. Really correct. Maybe you can talk about that since you have experience in taking.
Yeah. So absolutely, yes, you're right, Edward. I participated in a few IPO transactions, M&A, due diligences, and so on. And we are planning to prepare this company for this transaction, for this IPO.
Yes.
For that, as you said, we need to make sure that the books are clean, they are accurate, and we have best advisors in the industry. Ernst & Young is one of them. We are consulting with legal law firms as well. And we are keeping this all the time in order to make sure that once time arrives, we will be ready for IPO.
Yeah, it's incredible. That should be great news for everyone in the community. If you contributed to Daisy, you own equity. You have equity ownership in Endotech. So you own a piece of Endotech. If you're a pace setter gold, you are also sharing an additional 5% equity as a bonus for being a pace setter gold. And even the pace setter leader, there's a 2% elite bonus pool for those that have reached the top levels of influence in the community. So, that should be huge news. So I guess the final question would be, tell us about that. Where do you see the valuation of Endotech going in the future? And do you believe, or why do you believe that Endotech is positioned in the market to be a very beautiful unicorn story in the public side of things? What brought you to this company, and what makes you continue to lock arms with Endotech?
Right. So I think that Endotech is a great story. Endotech has a great product. We are going to be market leaders. We are going to be worldwide leaders. I believe in this company. I know that most of them are very, very satisfied, and we will continue providing very good results to them. The basis of these companies is great. The team is we have a great team, we have a great product, and I know we can take it further to make it a great company.
Awesome. One more thing, actually, before you go, before we might text on, this question is from the field. I know this is what they're going to ask us, but how do you have a proof that Ernst & Young? Do we have anything, papers, or do we have any documentation?
So we do have the papers. Since we do have it here in our records, we have it in our premises. The thing is that since Endotech is a private company, we are not obligated, and our auditors are not willing at this point, at this stage, to publish these reports. I can assure you with my lips, we have these reports and we will have them all the time. We will make sure that everything is done here in a proper way, and we will make sure that Ernst & Young will continue escorting us and advising us.
Can we have something like maybe on a letterhead from Ernst & Young with a stamp or with a signature saying we are working with Endotech and did a review of accounts, trading, like a simple, at least something. Can we get that?
I will do my best to do that. Okay, I can assure you that we will approach the headquarters.
Commit, say yes.
I can do the best I can. I promise I will do the best I can in order to try and provide this support.
Well, we know it's done. I just this is not for me because I know I see it, right? But I want the community to actually have something.
You need to understand, it doesn't come from our side. It's the auditors.
I know, of course.
Yeah. But as I said, we'll do our best in order to try and provide as much documented information as we can.
Thank you. Awesome.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Roy, thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you, Josh.
Can you call Dima?
So let's, before Dima can come in, before we bring him on, why don't we move on a little bit? Let me pull a screen share up here. And let's just transition a little bit from this, and let's talk about what's happening right now with Daisy. Hang on just a second here. All right. Dima, good to have you with us, buddy.
Hi, guys.
All right. I think everybody's okay. So, guys, with all of that being said, we want to really make sure on today's call that everyone just understands what's happening right now with Daisy. Because if you're not involved yet with the Forex crowdfunding, you need it. This is just incredible what's taking place. This was in our roadmap from the very beginning. With let's see, is it hiding it? Is that what you were?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's hiding or not. For us, it's hiding. I'm looking at.
Does that change it? No.
No,
Okay.
if you
So, guys, you can see the weekly. Just look at the weekly breakdown, starting with April the 12th, and you can see just the compound effect from 5% in week 1 all the way to 111% as of August the 5th. In the Forex side. And this is just exciting. In fact, the industry's buzzing right now. So the word is out. People are joining the Forex momentum promotions that we have right now at record numbers. We had over 20 new pace setters last month around the world at Daisy. And momentum is picking up, and it's really, really exciting. And you can see the monthly breakdown as well. On that Forex performance, 111% as of the beginning of this week with the Forex. And so this is just exciting. This is something that everybody, while we've had some challenges on one side, and you've heard today from Dr. Anna, we are moving beyond those challenges. We're going to see the power of that crypto AI taking place. But right now in the Forex trading, the results are there. The performance is there. And this is something that everyone should be excited about. Everyone should be involved with. And it's just been incredible to see that and to be a part of that. So we want to make sure and invite you to really participate. If you're not yet involved in the crypto course, and we understand that, and that a lot of people said, hey, what about the crypto? We don't want to contribute to the Forex until we see performance over here. We understand that. But at the same time, you don't want to miss out on what's happening right now because there is a fire. There is a momentum right now happening in Daisy as a result of this Forex performance that really is a dream come true. And if you're not involved yet, or maybe you've put your toes in and you're saying, okay, should I really go all in with the Forex side of the crowdfunding? The answer is absolutely yes. We've got a promotion that's happening right now in the month of August. You want to take full advantage of this performance because the results are absolutely incredible. So let's talk very quickly about, first of all, the Forex Momentum Packs. The Forex Momentum Packs allows you to contribute where 90% of your contribution goes into live trading. And you still get the same amount of equity that you get if you contribute to the regular tier in Forex. And the way this works is it begins at tier 5. And so if you are a tier 5 member in Forex, in the month of August, you can actually purchase a tier 5 momentum pack. And that tier 5 momentum contribution, again, 90% goes into live trading, and you still get the full equity that you get with the tier 5 contribution. A tier 6 member, of course, can contribute to a tier 5 momentum pack and now a tier 6 momentum pack. A tier 7 member can contribute to momentum packs for tier 5, 6, and 7. And for our tier 10 members out there, you can contribute to as many of the momentum packs as you choose for tiers 5 through 10. There's no limit to that. So this is powerful. We've seen a real influx of momentum just from this one promotion alone from the momentum pack. So here's another way to look at it. If you're a tier 5 member, 70% of your tier 5 contribution went into live trading. If you add the tier 5 momentum pack, which is 90%, and you put the two together, you now have a total of 80% of your contributions that are in live trading. So instead of 70%, you now have a total of 80% in live trading. And I think the best part is you still get the full equity that you would have gotten, that you get with the original tier purchase contribution. So very, very, very powerful opportunity. We've never seen this before in Daisy, where you can actually have 90% of your contribution going into live trading. And so we tested this in June and July. The response in the market was so big, and leaders begged us that can we keep this going. So in the month of August, this momentum pack for Forex has been extended, and we hope that you'll take advantage and participate in that. Additionally, with the Forex momentum promotion right now, we have 2 new bonus pools that are really, really exciting. I mean, the Builders Pool and the Achievers Pool. And these are very unique promotions, because what we did is we actually placed $500,000 USDT into a live trading account at the beginning of June. Additionally, 2.7% of all of the tier contributions for tiers 3 through 10 and 4% of tiers 1 and 2 for Forex goes into this live trading account through the smart contracts. Additionally, all of the 5% of all of the momentum packs, so all of the momentum packs, 5% goes into this live trade account as well, and the unilevel breakage. And so these funds are going into a live trade account in Forex, and the profits every month are paid out in these bonus pools. And so like in month 1, the Achievers pool was over 10,000 USDT for 1 share. The Builders pool is a pool that anyone can participate in, and you get an unlimited number of shares. And already this month in the Achievers pool alone, I think the Achievers pool is over 1,000.
It's over 1,200 now.
It's over 1,200 USDT, and we're literally just in ending the first trading week of the month, and it's already 1,000 USDT per share. And so the Forex pool and Achievers pool and the Builders pool are right now the 2 most powerful pools that we've ever had. And this is a pool that's going to continue for the next 2 years. You can earn shares in these pools every month. You can earn permanent shares in these pools as well. And it's very rewarding. It's a very rewarding pool. So right now, we're putting a lot of energy, a lot of excitement around the Forex promotion. And we have a goal to reach 100 million USDT in contributions by the end of this year. And we're really on track to do that. And with this type of performance, guys, you don't want to miss out on this. You want to get involved with the Forex crowdfunding side of the Daisy model. So, let me turn my screen share off on this, and let's talk about that. So, Edward, you've been a trader for 20-something years, 30, I don't know how long, a long time. This is pretty exciting. What's happening right now in the Forex?
Very exciting, yeah. I mean, I don't even have to say anything. People see the results. So, but I mean, going back into crypto, which is off from Forex, I still believe crypto. Well, there's going to be a day we could outperform. It's easier to outperform.
Yeah. There'll be a day where people say, "Can we move from Forex to crypto?" That day will come.
But just to let you guys know ahead of time, it's good to diversify. Don't move your funds from here there. Just diversify. And later we're gonna add more, like commodities, equities.
Yeah.
There's gonna be more. This is part of our
Development, yes.
And the other thing I saw too, you pointed this out when we were traveling, and we saw this, like, for example, in Hungary, there were 1,000 people at the event in Hungary.
Good point, yeah.
And we asked the question right from stage. We said, "Hey, how many of you participated in the crypto crowdfunding?" And every hand went up. And then we asked the question, "How many of you have participated?" And then, in fact, we saw that. I said, "Now, how many of you can't wait for the results, the performance to turn around?" And everyone, they put 2 hands up, right? And then we said, "How how many of you have participated in the Forex crowdfunding? And again, and this was shocking to all three of us, every hand went up.
That was a good team. I think if it's a handpick everyone.
Well, it explains why. It explains why there were 1,000 people with them.
Yeah.
Right? Because if somebody said, well, how come these markets have momentum? Well, the answer is they continue to build. In other words, when Forex came, they got involved. And so those markets are on fire right now. And then we asked, we said, how many are excited about your Forex performance? And again, 2 hands lit up. People went crazy.
Jeremy, I think it's about people getting disconnected maybe from their sponsor or something. They get disconnected, they don't have enough information, they're missing out, and they look at only one part and they didn't see everything combined. It's actually amazing.
Yeah.
It's been only success and success. Crypto has been success. There's no failure. This is part of development.
Yes.
We're so much ahead. Like
Yes.
we spent with Dr. Anna time. I'm proud and can't wait actually to start realistically seeing those results on our accounts.
Yeah, it's going to be incredible. And listen, we're excited. We're going to France. We'll be in France this week. So if you're in France or you have a team or people in France, please invite them to the event in Strasbourg. We'd love to meet them. We're preparing for Japan on October 1st. We're going to have a huge event in Japan. Japan's right now the #1 market in the world right now within Daisy. That just amazing momentum. And of course our global event, February 22nd and 23rd in Dubai. We hope that we hope that this will be the event that really puts Daisy on the map, right? It's 6 months from now. We're going to see the crypto performance. We're going to see everything's going to have 6 months of results. And we know that there's going to be thousands of people at the Coca-Cola Arena. We're going to make history at that event. We're going to make some announcements at that event. It's going to be incredible. So we hope that you'll plan right now to join us in Dubai on February 22nd and 23rd. We'll put a slide up in a moment that show you how you can reserve your seats for that event. But Daisy is just getting started. 2022, the next half of this year is going to be just incredible. The last 4 months of this year, 5 months are going to be just incredible. And as we go into 2023 together, we just know we're going to go in with a lot of momentum. A lot of momentum. One of the things we want to close out today, we have Dimitri here with us, is for our VIP members. And so in the Daisy business model, once you reach tier 10, once you contribute to tiers 1 through 10, you have an opportunity to connect privately to some of the Endotech trading strategies. And Dimitri, you came to us a while back and said, guys, there's a strategy that you haven't used that has been refined, has been optimized, and is really performing. Now, it's a higher risk strategy. It can go all the way up to 10x leverage.
High risk, high reward.
High risk, high reward. And Dimitri, you shared this with us, and we saw the numbers. And for me, it was the first time even seeing this strategy. I think, Edward, you knew about this already. Ilya too. But share with us, I guess, a little bit about this strategy, because we want to make this strategy available for the VIP members. So for members that are contributing to the Daisy crowd, they've reached tier 10. We want to give you an opportunity to participate in this strategy with some special perks attached.
That's right, Jeremy. First of all, this strategy is used by Endotech as part of its Nostra trading. And you saw the numbers this strategy actually made, starting from October 2020 until today, made more than 5,000%. Of course, as you correctly said, it's high risk, but again, it's high reward strategy. It uses leverage. And the strategy is called ETH Leverage 10, meaning that this strategy uses leverage up to 10 on ETH. And, we decided actually after many requests from Daisy customers to connect this strategy to VIP customers of Daisy under special conditions that will be described later. But overall, yes, starting from now, Daisy VIP customers can connect to this strategy, which actually becomes very quickly the most popular strategy in Endotech.
And we also, full transparency, have included a portion of the Daisy fund into an optimized version of this strategy with the new AI. So all Daisy members are actually going to get to benefit from this aggressive strategy. In full transparency as well, because it is high risk. We saw the back, and there were some bad days too, right? There were some days where it was a little bit scary, right? High risk. But again, we want everyone to know that, right? That it is a high risk strategy, but it's also high reward, right? And so for the Daisy members, there's going to be a 10% performance fee discount. So normally on this strategy, the retail customers and institutions have a 50% performance fee because it is such a high risk, high performance strategy that
on a monthly basis.
On a monthly basis. And for the VIP members at Daisy, it's going to be a 40% performance fee. Additionally, 10%, just like all VIP accounts, will go into the rewards plan as well. And for VIP members, it's only a 5% entry fee. So this is something that we've always done with VIP members, is you have the lowest entry fee that Endotech has ever made available, and now a reduced performance fee as well. So it's a great opportunity for people that are VIP members, or if you're not a VIP member yet, become one, right? Go all the way to tier 10. And I don't know if we've agreed to this or to discuss this, but I think we should give this to anyone, even if they're a Forex contributor. If they contribute to tier 10 in Forex, they become a VIP member, then they certainly should have access to this strategy as well. So if somebody comes in today and says, hey, I want to be a tier 10 member in Forex, then we will also open up that door for you to have access to these VIP strategies.
That's right. And one important note is that when you're using those strategies, by the way, it's not only ETH leverage strategy, but in this case, you keep your funds on your account on an exchange.
Yes,
it's very important.
Dima, how long you have personal account, right? You have personal.
Well, it's part of the administration.
Yeah, and how long since 2020, right?
Since October 2020.
Since October 2000, and that account that's a real account. It made over 5,000.
That's right.
Over 5,000.
I was testing this strategy from October 2020 on my personal account, and I was very happy. Also, in a few months, I made amazing returns.
What was
on my personal account? It was something like 15x. Something.
Wow, over 1,000%. Like
yes,
1,500%.
Yes, just in a few months. Yes,
just in a few months. It's 1,500%.
Yes, yes.
That's why I said it can outperform the Forex. Like,
yeah, absolutely. And we're going to see those same powerful results in the crypto AI as well, right? So this is all part of the integration. So
now, just to be clear, so people don't expect all of a sudden 1,000%. In a Daisy fund, it's just a small part of the sub account. Yeah, a small sub account that is
because it is
it is. And for VIP customers also, just to be clear, if you guys connect to the strategy, so there is a risk, Dima, correct me if I'm wrong, of 20 or 25% to lose all the funds.
That's right. According to statistics that we made, from the very beginning, there is a chance of 20% of just,
like the account.
Yes, kind of. But on the other hand, you have a possibility of 80%. From the very beginning, you'll be in a safe zone, and then you can make.
Would you recommend, like for a VIP accounts, I know when if a person wants to put X amount, put only half of it?
Absolutely.
Just in case,
yeah,
and don't use.
Be very careful with the strategy, and the key factor here is to be very patient.
Mm-hmm.
Just be cool, be patient, wait for the opportunity, it will come, and just keep in mind those numbers, 20 and 80%.
Awesome. All right, so guys, let's close out with the event in Dubai, February 21st and 22nd. You can go to toldyousO2023.com. You can reserve your ticket for this event. This is going to be a game changer. We've got some incredible things prepared and lined up, and we are taking Daisy all the way to the top, and we hope to see you there. So thank you, everyone, for joining us here today. Thank you, Dr. Anna, Dimitri, Roy, for being here with the community, and thank you for inviting us to Israel and letting us do this video here today as well. So, guys, we'll see everybody soon. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you.